Okay, fine.
Okay, let's proceed with this. So then,
Yes.
in this, both the purpose of transforming a sentence from active voice to passive voice is just to shift our focus, not the meaning of the sentence. Meaning should remain same. If you have changed the meaning, then it will be wrong. I'm going to repeat the example again to you. Listen to me carefully. Manish helped Ravi. And when we transform it, it will become Ravi was helped by Manish. You have to keep in mind that meaning should not change. Only the focus is shifted. Previously, the subject in active, when I said this sentence, Manish was the subject and he was helping Ravi. Ravi was the receiver. He was not doing anything, he was just receiving. He was not performing the action, he was not the doer. So in active voice, subject is the doer. He is acting, he is performing. But in passive voice, listen to me carefully when I'm going to repeat the example in passive voice. Ravi was helped by Manish. Ravi was helped by Manish. Here, Ravi has taken the position of subject. Object has come to the position of subject and it is not performing anything. It is still receiving. The action is being reversed. Was held by Manish. Now the subject in active voice, Manish has become the object, but still he is only the doer in the sentence. So this is very clear from this example that when a sentence is in active voice, the subject is performing, the subject is the doer. But when the sentence is in passive voice, subject is not performing, object is performing. So whenever you transform a sentence from active to passive voice, you should always remember that the meaning of the sentence should not change. If the meaning has changed, then your transformation is wrong. It is incorrect. Okay. So now we have we are clear by this example. It's clear that transitive verbs always require a object to complete the meaning. Now come to you. Open your book on page number 94. Open your book on page number 94. Okay. In most sentence, the subject in the most sentence which are given above, she cut the cake, Seth drove the car, we laughed merrily, she is writing a letter, the boy is eating a burger, the farmer grows wheat, Rohit changed the flat tire, they voted for their leader, the artist painted beautifully, the greengrocer sells vegetable, she boarded the bus at 8:40 a.m. The children presented a bouquet to the teacher. Means in every sentence above we have read, the subject performs the action denoted by the verb. Underline it. The subject performs the action, which I just told you when I gave an example. Ravi helped Manish. Here, Manish helped Ravi. Manish was at action. He was the doer. So now we will read the examples given below. They watched film. Who performed the action? They. Subject, they performed the action. And what was being watched? A film was being watched. The men built a pool. Who built a pool? The men. The men, the subject is action. It is performing the job. It is the doer. Built, again verb, a pool. What was being built? Pool. Pool was not doing anything, but it was being built. The boy ate 5 sandwiches. Who is the subject? The boy. What he has done? He has eaten. What he has eaten? 5 sandwiches. So when I'm repeating it again, when the subject does the action in a sentence, the sentence is said to be in active voice. Now, now come to page number 95. Now read the same sentence with a change in order. A film was watched by them. Now again, the subject in the sentence is a film. It is doing nothing. The order has been reversed. Previously it was going this way. Now it is coming this way. It is being reversed. A film was watched by them. They has been changed into them. Now see, the place has been changed. In the first sentence, they was at subject position and film was at the object position. Now they have changed their place in passive sentence. They have changed their place. Getting, children? Now the object in the active voice has become subject and the subject in the active voice has become object, and it is they is replaced by them. I will just come to the formation of the sentence. First of all, you understand this. Now the next example. A pool was built by them. What was being built? A pool. Now again, in the previous sentence on page number 94, the men built a pool. The men were at the action. The men were at the action, and the men were the subject in the sentence. And a pool was the object in the sentence. Now in this sentence, a pool has come to the place of subject and the men has gone to the place of object. So now here pool is again inert, not doing anything. Only the men are building it. Okay, a pool was built by the men. Now you can notice them is also introduced by, and the men is also introduced by. Circle the by in both the sentences. Now here by is acting as an agent. It is introducing the new object, which was subject in active voice. Now it is object in the passive voice. So it is very clear from these examples that when the sentence is in active voice, the subject performs the action, and when the sentence is in the passive voice, subject is not performing any action. It is being performed by the object in the sentence. Is that much clear to you, all of you? Just show me a thumbs up if it is clear. Okay. So now in these sentences, the subject is acted upon by the verb. The subject is no longer active, so it is termed passive. When subject is inert, it is at rest, not doing anything, the sentence is in passive voice. When the subject is being acted upon, when some action is being done to the subject, like you are being taught by me. Now you have taken the position of subject, being taught by me. I'm still doing the job of teaching. I'm still teaching you. I'm at action. But now I'm on the place. I'm on the place of object. You are on the place of subject. Is that clear? Now, what this passive voice does to us? It helps to change the focus of your sentence, but not its meaning. It should always be checked whenever you do the exercises, whenever you transform a sentence, it should always be checked that meaning is not changed. If you say you are teaching me, then the sentence will go wrong. It is not correct. Now, the next point on page number 95. In the sentence in active voice, the doer of the action is the subject of the sentence and the receiver of the action is the object. Underline this, the doer of the action is the subject. Underline it. And then the receiver of the action is the object. Underline that also. I'm repeating, the doer of the action is the subject. The receiver of the action is the object. You have to underline this. Birds build nests. The teacher taught the students. Now, when we have to change them to passive voice, We will move the object of the sentence in the active voice to subject position, as I told you before. Now see, the transformation has been done. Nests are built by birds. Nests are built by birds. The second sentence, the students are taught by the teacher. The students are taught by the teacher. The second thing you have to keep in mind, the tense should not change. Tense should be same. Though we are using past participle form of verbs, but see, in the first sentence, the birds build nest. Build is in simple form. So nests are built by birds. Then the second sentence, taught is in past tense. Then the students the teacher taught students, not, it is not in the past tense. Teacher taught the students are taught by the teacher. We have to use appropriate be verb according to the tense of the active voice. But we will keep the tense same as what was in the active voice. Then use perfect participle or the past participle of the main verb. The nests are built by birds. The students are taught by the teacher. See, now you have to remember this. Since the object of the verb in active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice, only transitive verbs can be used in passive voice, as intransitive verbs have no object, like they sang. When the verb is changed from active to passive voice, the object of transitive verb becomes object of transitive verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice, and the subject is placed at the end by the preposition by, which I made you circle in these first two examples. A film was watched by them, a pool was built by them. So now come to the structure of the sentence. Take a pencil and you can write it down in your notebook or book. But I have written on the book. You can also write it on the book like this. If you can see, you can write it there on the top what I'm telling. Then when I will mention the tenses, then you will write it here only. Are you able to see, children? I will dictate and you will write. Write on the top, a sentence in active voice has subject plus verb plus object. A sentence in active voice has subject plus verb plus object. Then a sentence in passive voice has object, which is the new subject, third form of verb, plus by, then new object, which was the subject in active voice. Write new subject, and in bracket you can write object from active voice plus verb, third form of verb, past participle, by plus object, which was subject in active voice. I'm repeating both.
Ma'am, please can you repeat?
Yes, I will repeat. Wait. A sentence in active voice, subject plus verb plus object. Now, a sentence in passive voice, object, bracket, write new subject, plus verb in third form, that is past participle, plus by, plus subject, then write new object in the bracket. Means, I told you now the position changes. See, Manish helped Ravi. Manish is on subject position and Ravi is on object position. Now when we transform the sentence,
Can you repeat?
Listen to me, I will tell you everything twice, thrice. First of all, listen to me. Manish helped Ravi. Manish is the subject in the sentence. And Ravi is the object in the sentence. This sentence is in active voice. Now when we transform it into passive voice, we'll change their position. Now Ravi was held by Manish. See, previously Manish was the subject. Now in passive voice, it has gone to the position of object in the sentence. Previously Ravi was the object in the sentence. Now it has come to the subject when the sentence is transformed into passive voice. Is that clear? Now I'm repeating the rule again. Object, sentence in passive voice. Object, make a bracket, write new subject. Plus verb, third form, that is past participle, plus by, plus subject, bracket, write new object. You are interchanging their position to transform the sentence. Just recall, the subject performs the action in active voice and subject is inert in passive voice. So when we transform, we just change their position and the new object is introduced by, and we have used third form of verb. Now I think it is clear.